Wiki, welcome, Warcraft 2 fans. Today we have game number 3 of Vizzer versus Captain Claw the Invincible. This game decides who moves on in the tournament, 2017 Big Cash Prize Tournament. In the watchers, you can see some many famous Warcraft 2 players, GD3, IO3P, Tora, Talrand, Raz, all super sweet Warcraft 2 players. This cash prize money put up by Super Sweet Studley Steve. Actually, maybe I don't actually know who put up the cash prize on this tournament, but I do know that Tora put up quite a few later on, but not up until this date. This date was X-Man Earth's time to be running a tournament, so what a great tournament it was indeed. Although I don't recall who moves on. Was it Captain Claw or was it Vizzer? They're both very equal Warcraft 2 players, as we see an equal spread in the number of wins that they have so far in this series at 1-1. 6 o'clock spot is a kind of a bad spot to be in, but it's making the right call by going that barracks route. So this is Vizzer. He'll be squaring off against Captain Claw, the Invincible, up here. Captain Claw decided to do the barracks rush, and he'll likely either place a blacksmith next door or a farm and a wall so he can build himself some grunts. Which will it be? He is building a grunt, and it's going to be the blacksmith that he's placing right next door. He's to chop this one chop of wood right there, which he will begin to do. And then it's business as usual for him. Meanwhile, blacksmith up underway here for Vizzer. I'm going to go ahead and put the speeds down on that a little bit on that. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Nice. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Don't want to give you a headache when you watch Wiki Warcraft 2. And now that he's got a nice 3-2 choke up here, he'll be scouting out. And that's exactly what Captain Claw the Invincible is going to do. So both players who are scouting out going to reach each other. Notice that Captain Claw the Invincible repaired that barrack so he can get that grunt down there to scout that out very quickly. But that grunt met its demise. So he'll be producing more grunts, I do believe. Perhaps he'll even want to chop a section down here at the bottom quarter and go catapult, as the 6 o'clock spot is very susceptible to late game antics. And a late game, this game does go. So hold on to your butts even more than you were holding on to them before, because this game goes on even longer than the first 2 games did go on long. And we shall see who moves on to tier number 2, or the round number 2, I should say, in this 2017 Big Cash Prize World Championship tournament put on by the X-Man Earth. Dun dun dun. Interesting note, all the other X-Man videos are deleted, which is why we are producing this right here one. So if you wanted to see that too effing bad, as a man who wants to see those videos, I am no more is more sad about that than but it's his prerogative to do so, so I fully support him in deleting every single one of his videos, because like I said, nobody's hurt more than me. Nobody watches those videos more than me. But unfortunately for you and me, Tora was a jerk. There you are, Tora. You were a jerk. But you know what? Tora's also been of such a blessing. So we have to take the good with the bad, just like with the X-Man. So he's very much allowed to delete all his videos, and we will all thank him for even putting them up there in the first place to be deleted. Heck yeah. All right, here comes a group up from Captain Claw the Invincible. He wants to set up shop right outside Vizzer's base, and Vizzer is really rocking that 6 o'clock spot pretty well. Both these players can be really nice guys. Both these players can be real big jerks, because they are both pretty good at Warcraft 2. Captain Claw, more of a silly, nice guy. He gave me his password to one of his accounts once, actually. So it's really tough for me to say that he's not the nicest guy in the world, because, man, he is one of the nicest guys in the world. And Vizzer may not be the nicest to a bunch of noobs, but he is super duper nice to Maddie, who is a super duper nice guy as well, and who has passed on. So rest in peace, Matty. He's a Matty Patty. Anyway, up at the 11 o'clock spot, Captain Claw the Invincible moving on up to tier number 2. As we had predicted, this is going to be a long game, so I'm going to have to pour me another and maybe pop in one of the VHS tapes for The World at War HBO series, and maybe even watch some Boardwalk Empire while I read George R. Martin's A Song in Fire of the Ice, probably A Storm of Swords, the second book of the series, because that's what I would probably pick. And it's a storm of swords, ladies and gentlemen. Anyhow, I don't know how else to put it. This is the only thing I'm good at putting out Warcraft 2 videos. So if you need to see more wiki Warcraft 3, then make sure you check me and my new channel, War 2 Combat, which is the old channel, but it's also the new channel because the old channel had all the videos deleted. So if you want to be one of the 6 subscribers, check out War 2 Combat out there. I got 40 subscribers to Justin Schmidt. I'm going to get 7 subscribers to War 2 Combat. You best believe. If you don't know, now you know. That's what my goal is to do. That's why I bring you wiki Warcraft 2 audio presentations. Here we are. Grunts versus ogres and bloodlustable ogres. So he's pulling a repeat of what he did last time, where he's amazingly quickly teched up to tier number 3, and then used that advantage to really put the thumb screws on his opponent. Vizzer is doing something similar to what he did last time as well. He's building himself an early expansion so he can get that macro mod up, and then going for bloodlust just a hair bit later. But it's going to be a hair bit long. I mean, it's every second's going to be a long time when his opponent gets bloodlust and he himself does not. Really just going to need to repair that Altar of Storms. Talron's seen enough. He's going to leave the game, and I'm going to leave the game too. All right, goodbye, guys. And scenario, surrender. We're under attack. Actually, I can't surrender during these videos because I'm merely a watcher. So here we go. Grunts versus ogres. The ogre's moving down there, and he's going to want to get as much damage done on these ogres as he possibly can because he knows the bloodlust is coming. Now, I think that would not be unsurprising to learn the Vizzer is pooping his pants. So he's going to be building himself a farm. Can he get the farm block off in time as his heart is pounding? The ogres are on their way. He knows that they're just about bloodlust, and bloodlust they are. He's going to wall off his area. Can he get that nice 3-2 choke? Here come the ogres. Everybody's freaking out. Will Vizzer die in the first few moments of this game? OMG, here they come. Get ready, batten down the hatches. No, as all the dang ogres are being slaughtered, and now they move straight on to the peons. This is probably gonna be a good game for Captain Claw the Invincible. Can Vizzer get his bloodlust in time? He's still got so much ogreing to do, and I think, ladies and gentlemen, despite this being even longer than the last game, Captain Claw the Invincible must pull through. How can Vizzer ever come back from a battle such as this? He needs to wait for this bloodlust to wear off. The bloodlust does indeed wear off, and he's catching these ogres one by one. Meanwhile, Captain Claw the Invincible is actually unbloodlusted, so there's a very short period of time in which he can pounce upon these ogres, but he's looking in the wrong spot. The expansion's at the 5 o'clock or a small 5 o'clock, and we all know that Vizzer's macro abilities can really just come out of nowhere. Here comes bloodlust. He keeps running away. He needs to get the bloodlust. And how much longer? Oh my gosh. Bloodlust now has arrived just as the ogres get to his expansion. And Vizzer bloodlust his ogres up. And he catches Captain Claw the Invincible's army completely off guard. They turn their tails and run. But are they gonna be able to bloodlust and make a counteroffensive? Meanwhile, back at the base of Captain Claw the Invincible, everything looks just peachy. But in the base of Vizzer, not a soul is seen as every single peon has been punched in the face. And here comes another army assault from Captain Claw the Invincible straight into the expansion of Vizzer. He's going to catch Vizzer completely off guard, but Vizzer does have quite a few ogres here, and the ogres come rushing in. taking the not actually doing a whole lot of damage, as Vizzers has the quick bloodlust and the ogre superiority, and so he's, for the moment, he's been able to uh, hold his own, but there's not a whole lot he could do, as he has that two easily soft underbellies to defend, the small 5 and the 6 o'clock. And the 6 o'clock has ogres just pouring in here. They don't catch any spawning ogres off guard, as Vizzer really doesn't have a whole lot of resources. Captain Claw the Invincible has 16,000 gold in the bank. That's pretty much a entire gold mine sitting there waiting to be spent. And Vizzer able to clean up these ogres. So now Captain Claw needs to get himself some woods. He's going to bring some peons down here and put them on wood chopping, which is not a bad idea. He's only got 3 barracks producing ogres. Meanwhile, Vizzer has 0 barracks producing ogres, but he's still in this game, and it looks like he's actually going to make himself a counter assault. That would be a bold move to do. And where's the counter assault going to be? Straight at the front door. So this one grunt, which is patrolling, probably isn't patrolling enough to see where the ogres are. And a nice scout farm gonna scout these ogres for Captain Claw the Invincible, who is currently sending his ogres out to defend his expansion at the 2 o'clock spot. Might not be the best idea, as they were probably better off used at home. But no, Vizzer is going to turn right back around, and he wants to make this assault at the expansion as well. And a nice hidden death and decay area for Captain Claw the Invincible. He could spend some of those gold ducats here without a problem, wood chopping problems. And he's even going to set up a nice expansion, so that's perfectly poised and placed to deal some damage to this small 6 o'clock spot, or small 5, I could say. And there's a pretty even ogre army contest here in the middle. So while 40 supply has been gained by Vizzer, almost completely catching up in the old supply game, Captain Claw the Invincible still perfectly poised. But look here, ladies and gentlemen, a scout grunt able to detect and destroy that Death Knight almost immediately. Way to go, Vizzer, with your visage that you have from your scouting. And some nice scout farms being put out here by both players. And then the evil eye of Kilrog making its way across the map. And he's going to be looking here at the small 12. Not going to see anything there. The action actually isn't anywhere. He does have the 2 o'clock spot, but the peons continue to sit back at home base. And Vizzer, more and more so, pulls himself back in this game, grabs that 5 o'clock position, begins to scout. No, he's grabbing that 4 o'clock position. The ambition on this fellow unparalleled in the world of Warcraft 2, but it's gonna cost him as Captain Claw the Invincible comes rampaging in his small 5 o'clock base. Not a whole lot of gold there, but a whole lot of dead peons everywhere. Now, after Captain Claw the Invincible lives up to his name, saying, I don't care if I'm behind in this series, I am invincible, and not able to be defeated by Vizzer or Willie. Like I said, that macro, very well known by Vizzer. Vizzer is a macro master. He sets up his 4 halls with hotkeys, and he continuously produces peons at all 4 halls using his hotkeys. Nothing's gonna stop him now. He is the macro machine. And here comes a super sweet sneak around assault. There's a peon moving that way to block this off, but it's a little too late as the ogres come pouring in. Can OMG and Captain Claw the Invincible gets the farm block off, which protects his Death Knights perfectly and saves the day. Oh my gosh, what a way to witness Warcraft 3. But Captain Claw's a little bit preoccupied on the map, not gonna see that the Great Hall has greatly been beaten down and fallen, and he's gonna move right on in to kill these Death Knights anyway. Still a whole not a lot of gold mine happening from Vizzer, just a trickle at every single base. Here we see Captain Claw the Invincible with a huge peon mining force, but not a single ogre there. And Vizzer's gonna take full advantage of this with 4 bloodlusted ogres. Captain Claw the Invincible's entire mining supply comes under assault from 4 peons. Not a single ogre anywhere to rescue. From 30,000 miles away, a trek begins to ogres to come save the day, but it's too late, as these ogres already got bloodlust and they're pounding every single peon in the face. And just as the last tower and peons fall, the ogres do arrive, saving a total of 3 survivors out of like 3 million that used to be there beforehand. What a bloodbath. What an exciting time to be alive. What an exciting tournament. Wiki Wiki Warcraft 2. Thank you to the X-Man Art for putting this tournament on to 2017. And we still do not have a championship of this round. Who will win? Captain Claw the Invincible or Vizzer, as a long line of peons come streaming into that gold mine, and Captain Claw the Invincible has a huge number of ogres this time to make sure every gold ducat gets back there unmolested and unpinched, as these ogres mean business. Captain Claw the Invincible pulling himself back into the game and proving why his name includes the Invincible. Vizzer, what a macro master though, and this, my friends, is why we witness Warcraft 2 at its greatest. Big cash prizes. Don't know who's gonna go on to round number 2. Make sure you put the finger guns out there and all day, because you know we're bringing you this entire 2017 tournament coming your way. It has been deleted, but we will rebuild even better. The X-Man Nerd and Justin Schmidt. Who left? I don't even know. It must have been Vizzer. Who knows? Who won? I was too busy advertising. And Captain Claw the Invincible, I think, lost. Or did he win? Wow, what a Warcraft 2 game of championships. Wiki, 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 Warcraft 2. Peace out, homies. But seriously, who won?